Hey guys, I'm Sarah, and I am a guest here on the Harry Christmas to You channel. So I came up with the bright idea of doing book recommendations based on the Hogwarts houses. So for the first house, I'm going to do my alma mater, although it's not really my alma mater because, you know, I never went to Hogwarts, but a girl can dream, right? But anyway, I want to start by describing the traits of a Gryffindor, and I'm going to read this directly off my computer screen because I got it from the Harry Potter wiki page. Gryffindors are marked by the traits of bravery, nerve, chivalry, courage, and daring. So the book I decided to choose is Angel Fall by Susan E. So Angel Fall is a post-apocalyptic book trilogy about this young girl named Penryn, and basically in this post-apocalyptic world, angels have come down and taken over. Penryn is just trying to get by, she's trying to survive, she has to worry about her schizophrenic mom and her sister who is wheelchair bound, and in the very beginning of the first book, her sister gets kidnapped by some angels. So Penryn has to go find her, and that's quite difficult. She ends up teaming up with this fallen angel named Raffi, and hijinks ensue. I feel like ending a plot summary with hijinks ensue is not the best way to describe it, but it's a good book series, I promise. I chose this book for Gryffindor because Penryn is honestly one of my favorite female characters of all time. She is so brave and strong and cool. Like, I honestly wish I could be her. She like knows how to do like karate and really fancy stuff, and so she like fights people in the books, and she's just super awesome and cool, and I feel like if she was in a Hogwarts house, she would definitely be a Gryffindor. And moving on to the next house, we have Ravenclaw. And Ravenclaws are defined by the traits of intelligence, wit, wisdom, creativity, originality, individuality, and acceptance. Ravenclaw is a really cool house. I think if I wasn't a Gryffindor, I would definitely want to be a Ravenclaw. So the book I chose for this house is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. And I mean, did I partially choose it because it has the word Raven in the title? I mean, maybe. But I also chose it because I think The Raven Boys is possibly one of the most creative and intelligent YA series that I've ever read, and I feel like Ravenclaws would really appreciate that. The Raven Boys is a very hard book to explain. It is magical realism, and it centers around this young girl named Blue who comes from a family of psychics, and she is told that if she kisses her true love, that her true love will die. Alongside Blue as the main character, we have the Raven Boys, who are boys that go to a private school nearby, and we have a boy named Gansey who is on this search for a Welsh king who has been dead for a very long time. This is where it gets muddled. I don't really know how to explain it, but basically Blue and Gansey and the other Raven Boys all cross paths, and they're all intertwined, and honestly this book is such an intoxicating experience. I really feel like a Ravenclaw would appreciate it because it's really complex and honestly sometimes hard to figure out while you're reading it. It's just like, honestly I felt like I was underwater while I was reading it. Like, you're just so disoriented but like so into it, and the writing style is just like so magical and so wonderful, and I just really like it. And the word Raven is also in the title, so I thought it was pretty fitting. For the next house we have Hufflepuff. That's not what that's called. For the next house we have Hufflepuff, and Hufflepuffs are defined by dedication, hard work, fair play, patience, kindness, tolerance, and loyalty. Honestly, just the type of friend that you'd want to have. For this house I chose Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, but honestly I feel like any Rainbow Rowell would work for a Hufflepuff. I specifically chose Carry On because I thought it was very fitting because it's sort of a parody of Harry Potter. Although it is very different. A lot of people were upset by that, but I have to say that after reading the whole book, it is slightly different from Harry Potter. It's basically a chosen one story about a boy named Simon Snow, and he goes to this magical school called Watford. I just think that the friendships and the relationships in Carry On are very beautiful and loyal, and I feel like Hufflepuffs would really appreciate them. Also, the cover has a lot of yellow on it, which is, you know, one of Hufflepuff's colors. So, you know, deep reasons why Hufflepuffs should read this book. Also, it's just light and it's fun, and the friendship is great, and the love is great, and it's cute, and it's LGBT, and it's just really nice. And last but not least, we have Slytherin. And Slytherins are marked by the traits of resourcefulness, cunning, ambition, determination, self-preservation, and cleverness. So for this house, I chose one of my favorite books of all time, and that is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. Night Film is a psychological thriller mystery about an investigative journalist named Scott who is investigating the death of a young girl who supposedly committed suicide but Scott doesn't believe it's a suicide, so he wants to get to the bottom of it. The girl is the daughter of an enigmatic underground horror filmmaker named Cordova. Basically, Scott and Cordova have a history. This is why Scott doesn't believe that the suicide was a suicide. So the book is really cool because it's told in mixed media, so there's like Wikipedia pages and message boards and news articles and things that kind of help tell the story along with the narrative. It's honestly one of the best books I've ever read. I think about the ending to this day. I literally have a video on my channel called Why You Should Read Night Film. And the reason I chose this book for Slytherins is because I feel like there's a lot of ambition and cunning characters and like self-preservation and just qualities that Slytherins have. And also the book is kind of dark and mysterious, which I feel like Slytherins are also. And so yeah, I just feel like Slytherins would really enjoy this read. And honestly, it's just so good. But that's pretty much it for my recommendation video. If you have any suggestions of your own for certain houses, leave them down below. If you'd like to check out my channel is Sarah without an H. I'm sure Maureen will link that down below. This has been a lovely time. Thank you so much, Maureen, for letting me be on the Harry Christmas to You channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this. You're all beautiful. Have a nice day.